possible or could be so easily overcome by scheduling? It looks like the control deck's 26 up to 11. Oh, that's all right. Everyone on deck 26 is off duty. Don't worry about it. Oh, no. Oh, no. Everyone on deck 11 is on duty. Oh, yeah? Well, the joke's on you, because guess what? As of this moment, you're all off duty. It didn't work. Right.
Maybe he's back on Vicodin for that 6 weeks. He talked about having a drug problem.
He had a drug problem for 6 weeks? 6 weeks. That ain't no fucking good.
Right.
For those of you who never got around to watching the end of 28 Days Later, I'm going to sum it up for you right now. The group arrives at a mansion being used as a base.
He does everything.
You
see how they do this.
Soldiers take them in and feed them as best they can, but it's pretty clear that food and morale is low around here.
This isn't
Eventually, the men start making advances on the women, and their commander takes the main character's side and explains that he promised them all women after one of his men tried to shoot himself after realizing
Except in Brady's better than Matthew, which is weird because I found SF3 because he did a posting with Matthew.
Chase the women around the house like horny frat boys. I watched them cultishly dress them up in little dresses like dolls. And the whole time, I'm thinking, it's been a month. You're really going to develop this kind of a cult mentality after a month? You've got flesh-eating, track-running zombies after you with no contact with the outside world, and you're concerned about repopulating the Earth after a month? When did you promise them women? 2 weeks ago? When did they start wanting women? 3 weeks ago? I get it. I'm male. I'm just as depraved as the next guy. But I promise you, the need for long-term survival with regard to food, supplies, and trying not to get rabies would enable me to keep it in my pants and would take precedent over even thinking about sex, even in the context of repopulation, for months, maybe even years. I've never been in a post-apocalyptic situation, never been in a position where I didn't know what the state of the world was like, but I guarantee you, if I was, I would wait on thinking about repopulation, the fate of humanity, or just plain getting off with a woman longer than a month. But then, maybe it wasn't such a bad ending. After all, there really was nothing more important going on than these guys getting into a woman's pants. Except the zombies are eating them! The end.
Oh, it's disappointing. You're gonna get a lot of shit about that. I shouldn't be halfway through a cigarette after 3 new videos. If I wanted to watch something different, that was the whole point of why I put on Confusing Matthew. Because usually his stuff's okay. When the whole point of your video series is to waste people's time, if it's not long enough to waste even a half a cigarette's worth of their time, failed.
Fail.
And I, in theory, would have had to have watched a half-minute, 30-second commercial before each of those. And, oh, look at that. He's getting ad money for having a 30-second commercial before each of those. When all 3 of those together wouldn't have been long enough for a normal video. If all 3 of those had been together, I would have still said, oh, I had to watch a 30-second commercial to see that? And they were each broken up into 3.
Wow.
Hey, if you want to do that, whatever. If you want to have a 1.5-minute video, whatever. There's an option to make it so ads don't pop up on his end. There is. I know how that works. There is. He wanted the ad money. I'm not even kidding when I say that's incredibly close to making it so I unsubscribe him from YouTube and I would never see his new stuff. Incredibly close. If he does that again, I'm done.
I would be. It's pretty bad.
Especially since he ain't done shit lately.
Yeah.
I liked his No Country for Old Men reviews, but his Heavy Rain review was a video game review. You don't watch Matthew for video game reviews. You don't watch Matthew for video game reviews to the point where, like, at the beginning of his video game review, he made a big deal out of, like, look, I know it's a video game review, I'm sorry, it's just kind of like a movie, so I wanted to do this, I'm sorry.
Mm.
He knows that.
Do you want some?
No, I'm fine.
How do you get it so ads pop up on your thing?
I had to go to that other shitty site where you do get ad money.
No, I mean like if you wanted to put ads.
I would have to get an account with that other web page that's shitty, and then you get money for your stuff. You get like a fraction of a penny per hit. I don't know how it works. I don't know the numbers. I don't have an account on your site.
Stupid.